Missoula, Montana, a place known for its fishing, skiing, and its sense of community. But this city, like countless others in America, suffers from a neglected tragedy. More than 20% of its people live in poverty, and for many, even in working families, this means not being able to put food on the table. To serve the needs of those in Missoula who would otherwise go hungry, Missoula Food Bank was established 20 years ago, and in 2001, 11,007 people walked through its doors, each an average of 3 times. That's almost 1 in 5 Missoulians. The food bank means something different to every one of those people, but for many, it serves a need that no one else can.
Food bank to us means food on the table. I think if it wasn't for the food bank, I think there'd be a lot of people in trouble in this town.
They're just all around good people. Without them, there'd been plenty of times to where we would have had nothing.
But how does the food bank do its job?
My name is Dory Rowland, and I'm the volunteer coordinator at the Missoula Food Bank. And here we are at the food bank.
Overseeing more than 300 volunteers a year and helping them ensure that the needs of every client are met, Dory is the lifeblood of the food bank's daily operations.
Okay.
There's been times when I was going through my cancer that I'd go in, and Dory always made sure she came out and checked and see how I was feeling.
This is our lobby waiting area, and what happens here is our clients will take one of these client surveys and they'll fill it out. This is our interview station right here, and what happens is the client will sit right here in this chair, and the interviewer will sit with them and talk to them about community resources, talk to them about their circumstances that brought them here, and then give them their shopping list and explain to them how the store works. This shopping list is for a family of 2, and what it contains are the staple items that we almost always have.
Here, you're allowed to choose between your own tastes and preferences, and I found that, it helps people like me who are a little bit on the pickier side, but it's just, I don't know, it just seems less the stereotype.
After choosing food from the shelves, clients have their food boxed by a volunteer.
I like working with and for all kinds of people, all different ages, and I just like being part of this community here. It's a really good look at it, I guess.
To me, it's just amazing that all the people out there that are staffing this store are volunteers. From the screener to the boxers to the interviewers, these people come in and are so generous with their time and their efforts and their talents and their gifts that we couldn't do it without them.
But Missoulians don't just donate their time to keep the food bank running. The cans that stock the shelves fresh every day come from their ongoing generosity.
84% of our donations are local private donations, so it really is a matter of the Missoula community supporting its own, which is a wonderful thing, and we're certainly very appreciative of that. We get donations from local grocery stores and bakeries, and individual citizens and civics groups conduct food drives for us, and all that food is collected here at the food bank and then distributed through our facility here.
Well, I think it's obvious that we feel that the food bank is really important because we're here, and we have supported it all along.
The role of the food bank in the community has been positive. It has to. It's about the only place that many people have for any of the food that they get. Or oftentimes there's just too much month left at the end of the money.
Anybody, being sick, missing just a couple of days of work, having an automobile breakdown, facing an unexpected illness or an accident can really put a severe crimp into a budget that really doesn't allow for any room for error.
Supermarket food goes a long way toward helping the food bank. But what about all the extra food generated by restaurants and caterers that's already been cooked?
One of the innovative programs we have here at the food bank is our Food Circle program, which is a prepared and perishable food recovery program.
Repackaging is done on the stainless steel table. Once the food has been rescued, one of the things we do is we check the temperature. When we pick it up, we check the temperature when it's arrived here. We make sure that it doesn't stay in the danger zone. Then the food is repackaged into these little containers. And then we have volunteers that will come over here and stick them in here and put this little foil strip And then people get really nice little meals that they can have that came from some of the really great restaurants in town.
Between food circle meals that would otherwise go to waste and packaged and perishable food from private citizens, Missoula Food Bank redistributes local food while keeping it in the hands of the community. But not everybody is able to reach the food bank's resources.
Hi. Hi. How are you? Good. Here's your food for you.
So the food bank brings its resources to them.
Some other programs that we have is a cooperative program called Roots, Recognizing Other Opportunities to Serve. That's in conjunction with Missoula Aging Services, where we deliver once monthly commodities food to homebound low-income seniors.
But today there's a new twist. In addition to the packaged food in every Roots delivery, some of today's deliveries will feature a bag of fresh produce as part of an experimental new program. Every Roots driver follows a specific route and delivers each package straight to the door of a homebound senior.
So we only have 3 stops right here. Come on.
Sometimes, the delivery is also a chance to share a smile.
Away for a long time, and when he came back, she was so happy she could hardly speak. "Come, boy," she whispered, "come and play. I'm too old and sad to play," said the boy. "I want a boat that will take me far away from here. Can you give me a boat?" "Cut down my trunk and make a boat," said the tree. "Then you can sail away and be happy." "Is this going to make me cry?"
Thank you. I like your Christmas hat. Isn't it cute? Pretty.
You all were so wonderful to bring fresh vegetables. It is such a great treat. And I thank you all for the program that you make sure we get food. Bless you.
But although the donations of individuals make so much of this happen, businesses, nonprofits, and community groups help enormously as well.
The truly remarkable thing about the food bank is that its donors are both large corporations and small individual donors. The holiday food drive each year, which is by far our biggest fundraiser, we hope this year to collect about $90,000 in cash and another 90,000 pounds of food, could not be put on without the help of corporations like Smurfit Stone or the Missoulian. Being in the financial services industry, I know that there are ups and downs to the economy. And during down times, you have disruptions for individual families. People are thrown out of work, they're out of a paycheck, and it just can cause chaos in the family. And what the food bank does is help to minimize the short-term disruption for these families. And so when I can contribute money to, or food to the food bank, it can turn around and go to my next door neighbor who's suffering through that. How's it going?
But ultimately, the success of Missoula Food Bank can only be determined by the feelings of those who have used it.
I was diabetic and had a very high-risk pregnancy. Really didn't get enough food stamps to survive on, and my sugar stayed very low, which was very dangerous for the baby. And through all the help of the food bank and the people there, the nice people there, they enabled me and the baby to survive. There was plenty of times that I was just weak from not being able to eat through morning sickness and just sick, basically almost half dead, going back and forth to the hospital. And they arranged to have food sent to me. They arranged to have special foods given to me there, and they're just all around good people. Without them, there had been plenty of times to where we would have had nothing.
Missoula Food Bank has been the only source of relief for countless Missoulians over the years who represent the entire spectrum of the Missoula community.
I mean, that's the bottom line of the whole thing. If it wasn't for the food bank, I think there'd be a lot of people that just wouldn't have a source for getting any food.
Well, there's a lot of people that do work and don't make a lot of money. I guess we're lower income working people, and when you have 5 people living in your household and only one income coming in from working and then a Social Security income, it just doesn't stretch for the whole month, every month.
The general economy of the whole nation has got a lot to do with it, but the politics of the state of Montana and the fact that employers in Missoula particularly have expected that people can live on the scenery, and you can't live that way.
But the food bank also regrets how much it's been forced to accomplish.
You know, we're celebrating is not the right word, but observing our 20th anniversary this year. Ideally, you'd like to think that we would not need to be here in 20 years. That's a goal that we're all working towards.
But until that day, Missoula Food Bank has been using the community's generosity to help where nobody else can.
Don't be ashamed. Don't be embarrassed. You know, everybody needs help once in a while. And to just be glad that they're there, you know, and sometime or another turn around and help somebody else. And that's all you can do is try to spread it around.
That's why we're here, to help kind of put together a solution. It's hard to come up with ways to alleviate hunger. This is a concrete way that the Missoula Food Bank helps folks deal with issues of hunger in our community.
Without you, we wouldn't be able to keep the doors open. So from my heart and from everybody at the food bank, we truly appreciate your generous gifts, both of time and then the community for sharing their gifts of money and food with us. We really appreciate it.